I had really wanted to follow up my favorite face brushes video with my favorite eye brushes video, but I recently got a couple additional eye brushes and I'm pretty sure that I'm in love with them. But I want to make sure and use them just a little bit longer before I include them in that video. But they're seemingly pretty promising. So anyway, I thought I would go ahead and do that drugstore haul that I had been talking about in a video or two ago. So just kind of like a collective drugstore haul of things that I've picked up like yesterday and things that I've picked up like 2 weeks ago. So we'll just jump right into it. First off, Wet n Wild came out with 2 contouring palettes, and I picked these up both at Walmart. This first one is in 750A Caramel Toffee. They come in a very, it kind of almost looks like the Marc Jacobs contouring palettes that came out. I have used both of these. This one here is the contour shade is nice and cool, and I used this as an all-over bronze contour on my face probably 2 or 3 days ago, and I really liked it. This one is darker than the other one that I'm going to show you. The powders are kind of pressed in the pan a little bit, but I felt like they went on my face just fine. Both the powders in each palette have a matte finish. This one here is the one that the highlight shade leans more pink than the other one. I found that the highlights in both of them, they could be a little bit more brightening on my fair skin for like underneath the eye and stuff, but they're a good one too once you get that contour. If you like to, you know, sharpen up your contour with a lighter powder like that, they do work nicely for that. But if you're a little bit deeper in skin tone, I think that you might really like the highlight shades in both of them for underneath the eyes. But this is the this one here is in the Caramel Toffee shade 750A, and for as nice as, I mean, these performed for drugstore, I think they were $5. They're really nice. If you know, if you want something like this and you don't want to shell out the 40-50 bucks, these are great options, I think. This one here, like I said, the highlight in this one is a little bit more cool than the highlight in the other one, which is more yellow toned. So this one's the Caramel Toffee. Oh, this is me having fun earlier. So that is the shades. The highlight is more pink in this one, and then the contour shade is deeper in this one as well. And then the other one is 749A Dulce de Leche. This is what it looks like. Right there's the name of it. But Phoebe, oh, she's trying to climb up the walls, and if you hear stuff, it's probably her. But this one here, this is what I have on my face today as a bronzer. Again, both of these are matte. This one is a little bit lighter, but still it's got a cool tone to it. And then this is more of a yellowish powder, but very, very light. A little bit, it's not quite light enough for underneath my eyes though. I mean, they're pressed harder than the Marc Jacobs, but they still feel pretty soft. I think that they're just nice for the price for sure. I actually really like both the contour shades in these palettes. The highlight shades are nice powders as well, but they're more for like buffing out contour on the rest of my face as opposed to underneath the eyes for me, because they're just a little bit too deep. But this is them next to each other. Here is 749A Dulce de Leche, I think. Probably butchering that. And this one is 750A Caramel Toffee. So yeah, these are from Wet n Wild, and I got them at Walmart, and for the price, I think they're a great option, great budget-friendly option for sure. Then Wet n Wild also came out with another of their Center Stage collection. It's the Fergie Wet n Wild Shimmer Palettes, and this one is an A65 Hollywood Boulevard. I just thought it looked really pretty. I'm gonna go with, it's probably gonna be definitely too dark for the winter time as a highlight for me, but I'm gonna try to play around with it more in the summertime because it has a really gold. It's a really gold highlight, and it is pretty shimmery. But this particular powder here, because I have a couple of the others from this particular line, this powder, this one, the newer one, these dogs, every single time. It's later in the day and it's dark, they're probably barking at coyotes, but this powder here feels softer than the previous ones that I have had. I mean, I like those ones as well, but this one does feel softer. So that's what it looks like swatched. Right there. So I'll have to play around with that a little bit more in the summertime, or also maybe as an eyeshadow. Also at Walmart, I saw these ELF Smudge Pots for eyes. It says new on there. I've never seen them at any stores, but this is what the little packaging looks like. I picked up 3 of them. These are what I have on my eyes. I have these 2 right here on my eyes in the shades Cruisin Chic, and the other one is Ain't That Sweet. And then I put this other thing that I picked up here, which is a little single shadow that I just got from Hard Candy. It's in 518 Attraction. This color is really pretty. Here, let me start with the ELF shadows. I'll show you that single in a minute. So this first one is Ain't That Sweet, and I have got this underneath the brow. And that's all I have underneath the brow. I didn't put powder down over this here. It is more of a more sheer of a one than the other two I'm going to show you, but still, it feels nice. It feels creamy. I'm really impressed with these. They were $3, I believe, is what I paid for them. And then this next one is in the shade Cruisin Chic, and I have this on the lid, and then blend it up into that light shade, which is called Ain't That Sweet. Yeah, so I have Cruisin Chic blended up into Ain't That Sweet on my eyes, and then I use the shadow just in the crease, which I'll show you in a minute. But this is what Cruisin Chic looks like. Again, they got a lot of nice moisture to them. They're really pigmented little eyeshadows, but doesn't that look like something else? I'm going to swatch this next to Tom Ford's Platinum for you guys, because oh, it just makes me wonder sometimes about myself, that's for sure. But it's a really, really gorgeous shadow. And then the third one from the ELF Cream shadow line is called Brownie Points. And it looks like this. I didn't wear this one today, but still, it's got great pigmentation. And it looks like Tom Ford Spice. So I'm going to leave a little space there so I can swatch the Tom Ford ones next to them, because these are some great budget-friendly options. And I've had this shadow on my face all day long. It's like the end of the day. And there is no visible creasing like the Tom Ford shadows. They're a little bit more whipped than these ones. And at the end of the day, if I were just to wear Platinum all by itself on my lid upwards, it does crease by the, you know, probably 5-6 hours in. These ones haven't creased on me, but they haven't creased, but they don't feel really drying on my lids either, like something like a Maybelline color tattoo would do. So I still feel like there's a slight tackiness to them, not like overly tacky, but I can feel a little bit of moisture in them, which I really like that. What does it say on the back of the packaging? This smooth gliding gel formula is perfect as a long-lasting eyeshadow or eyeliner, enriched with vitamin E to nourish and hydrate the delicate eye area. And I like that. So anyway, I'm really impressed with these little ELF Smudge Pot shadows for $3 at Walmart. And then the shadow that I was talking about through the crease is in the shade 518 Attraction. And it's just a little bit darker than that cream ELF shadow. And the pigmentation on this is really great. I think this was, I want to say this was $3 or $4 as well, but super nice. We'll put this one down here. It's just a really pretty color. That's what it looks like right there. And then I wanted to show you, this is Tom Ford's Spice, and I'm going to put it next to, this is the ELF shadow in Brownie Points. So we'll put it right here. So there's the ELF one in Brownie Points, and there's Tom Ford's Spice. And then here's Tom Ford's Platinum. And we'll put it right here. And here's the ELF one right there. Crazy, right? I just think that those ELF ones are really good for the money. And I thought that they may be a little bit drying on my lids, but they're not. And they haven't creased either. And then I saw that Hard Candy had 2 new ombre baked blushes out. I have a couple of their baked blushes from their older range, or there's a couple of them are still in the range, but I did see that they removed a few of them, and I quite like them. I think that they're really pretty. These are quite frosty though, so if you don't like that frostiness, you're probably not going to like them. The one in 994 Punch is the blush that I have on my cheeks. Like that shine that you're seeing is probably quite a bit of this right here, but that's the pink blush that I have on my cheeks, and it looks like that right there. It's like a baby pink faded into a light pink, so that's 994 Punch. And we'll go like this. Right there. Let's do a swatch of it all together. So that one is 994 Punch. And then the other one is in 993 Sunburst. And this one is more of a champagne-y or a yellowy, more yellow undertone highlight on this shade. And then it fades into a deeper pink as opposed to the other one. So So that is a swatch of that one. And then we'll swatch them all together here. I just think they're really pretty. They're really pretty affordable, nice options from the drugstore. Hard Candy also came out with these new concealers. They're the Hard Candy Sheer Envy Eye Brightening Concealers. I picked up 2 shades. I didn't know which one to get. I picked up the lightest one in 939 Light, and then I picked up 938 Radiance. Both of these are much too dark for underneath my eyes, so they're going back. But from what I could tell from swatching them, they feel like a nice light formula, kind of like the highlighting pens do. So I'm kind of sad that they didn't have a lighter shade for my skin tone. Also from Hard Candy, they came out with these lipsticks. They're newer formula. Let me see. Plumping Serum Lipstick is what they're called. And I want to say that these were probably $4 or $5 a piece. Not bad for the money at all. Formula is nice and creamy. They have a slight sweet scent to them, but it's not like a real offensively sweet scent. So I don't mind it, which is nice. And this first one here is 869 Idolized. Swatch it right here. It's a little bit more sheer. They're called serum lipsticks. I do know that they feel really nice on the lips. So that one is 869 Idolized. And then the packaging does have, like, so if you like to store your lipsticks like so, they do have the colors on the ends like that, which I find quite handy. And then this other one is 866 Anonymous, and it is kind of a nude shade. Right here. And then this one is 868 Prominent. And then the other one, or the last one that I have from that line, is Popular 870. And I've actually worn this one quite a bit since I've gotten it. Just a really pretty pink shade. Everything's showing up pretty true in the viewfinder, so that's good. But nice lipsticks for the drugstore. I don't like them quite as much as the Maybelline Color Sensationals, but I know some people don't like the smell of those lipsticks, so maybe you want to give these a try. They're a decent lipstick for sure from the drugstore. And then I missed this lipstick from the Rebel Bloom collection, and it is a Maybelline Color Sensational lipstick, and this is in the shade 705 Blushing Bud. These are my favorite lipsticks from the drugstore. Some people don't like the smell. I don't know, they smell kind of like Play-Doh or something to me, but they're my faves. So that one is 705 Blushing Bud. And then Neutrogena came out with some new eyeshadow quads. I think there's 4 or 5 of them. I picked up one of them, and this one is in the color Cocoa Mauve number 40. And I have worn this, and it looked really pretty on. Like, I must say. They're a little bit... They're not like an overly saturated pigmented eyeshadow or anything like that, but they built and they blended really nice, and the color tones or the scheme of it looked really pretty on. So that is what it looks like right there. It's Cocoa Mauve 40. Not bad eyeshadows from the drugstore. I only picked up this one though, and I did like the overall look of it. It was, you know, it was a softer look. I guess you can kind of see that how soft they are by the swatches there. You can see that I picked up quite a bit of product, but the colors are really pretty. A nice, really soft, like taupey, slightly purplish, a little bit of mauve in it. But I was quite happy with this particular quad. I don't know if I'll pick up any more, but I thought this one was a nice, soft, neutral eye. And then at Target, I found the Maybelline The Brights palette. The formula of this is just like the Nudes palette that's out and the Smokes palette, or if you've tried any of Maybelline's, like some of their quads, like not the quads that are in the long skinnier one, but the more rectangular ones. The formula is just like them ones. I have worn this, and I found myself stuffing my brush into a couple of the shades because they're pressed in there really hard. I did get a quite pretty look out of it, but it's definitely more of a subdued look. It's not going to be something that's going to pack a heck of a punch, which I do feel like palettes like this kind of have their place in makeup land some places, because not everybody, even though, you know, this looks super, super bright, like a couple of these colors look super, super bright, they don't go on that bright. So maybe you're somebody who wants to wear a turquoise shade like this, but you don't want to, you know, be overly, hey, I'm wearing bright turquoise eyeshadow. So I kind of think like if you wanted to venture into colorful eyeshadow land with baby steps, something like this, you know, kind of has its place in that sense. But it's definitely not something like super pigmented like these art or anything. The look kind of came out more sheer, like sheer washes of color than anything. I put together a nice like colorful look, but it was definitely on the sheer side of things, and I did have to stuff my brush into a couple of the shades and do a lot of packing to get the intensity that I even was able to get on my eyes, which was a little more on the sheer side. But in any event, this is what it looks like. Some of the shades swatch really well, but they don't apply quite as well as they swatch. So I'll just swatch. You can kind of see. You can kind of see there that they're a little bit more subdued, I guess. Yeah, so this is the blue. Here's the blue in the pan. Here's the blue. And that's kind of how they perform on the eyes as well. More of a subdued look. So let's do this bright turquoise and this green and this taupey color and this white, I guess. Here's a couple more from it. So if you're somebody who's scared of color but maybe wants to play with a little bit of color, you might like this. These next two products are definitely something that are new in formulation to me. They're quite weird. They're I used one of these in one of my I think Get Ready With Me videos, but they're from Flower Beauty at Walmart. The Transforming Touch Powder to Cream Blushes. Weirdest things ever. They are legitimately loose like powders in the little tubs here. This first one I'm going to show you is TT1, a Coral Blee, like A-C-O-R-A-L-B-L-E. And it's just like a corally peach blush, and you can see hopefully as I spill it that it is a loose powder in there, but when I swatch it, let me get some of my fingers here. You can see it's still kind of in powder form, but once it hits the skin, it's full. See right there, it's full on cream. It's the most bizarre thing ever. They have nice pigmentation and stuff. I found the best way to use them is with a more fluffy synthetic brush, and then kind of do the stippling motion on the cheeks. Be careful not to pick up too much product because they go on pretty like cream. They hit your skin and they are full on creams. But they're quite interesting, and I thought that they were fun products. And then the one that I used in that one video was in the shade Tickled Pink, TT2, from Flower Beauty. And there's quite a bit of product in here, but this pink, the color of this blush is beautiful. It is I feel like it's like an angelic pink color, but super, super pretty. Let's not spill this one. Get some on my finger. They're just so weird. Like, even swatching it there when it hit my finger, something must be to do with like the heat or something of your skin. But that one is Tickled Pink. Oh, it is so pretty. The color, the shade color is just right up my alley. So those are some pretty cool products. Also from the Flower Beauty range, they came out with 3 more shadow quads, and then the other quad was an eyebrow quad. I almost bought that the other day, but I'm like, no. So I put it back, but I did pick up the 3 powder quads. This first one is EQ7 ICU, and I think that personally from the drugstore, I think that Flower Beauty's eyeshadows are some of the better that you can buy at the drugstore. So that is ICU. They feel soft. They've got pigment. You know, I don't think they're bad for drugstore eyeshadows. So that's ICU. And then this next one is EQ9, Dusk Till Dawn. And that is what that one looks like. The color schemes of these are kind of odd, which I appreciate a weird color scheme because it makes you, because I like to stick to whatever palette I'm using. I mean, I throw in things now and then, but it kind of allows you to come up with some interesting looks. So I don't mind that they're a little weird, but that one is Dusk Till Dawn, right? Yeah, Dusk Till Dawn. And then the third one is EQ8, After Dark. See, like, just a little bit different color schemes, which I appreciate a little bit of uniqueness every now and again, so. See, not bad for drugstore there, you know. So that one is, what did I say? After Dark. Covergirl also came out with new quads, and these are really similar to the way that they look and the overall feel of the packaging and all that is really similar to the Maybelline ones. I don't know the official name, but I really like the Maybelline versions. Personally, I really dislike Covergirl's eyeshadows. I've tried over and over and over again to love them, and I just don't. They just don't work for me. But these ones are a new formulation, and I thought that I would give them a try. There are 6 quads that they came out with, and I picked up all 6. This one here I did wear, and it is in 710 Vava Violets. Oops, it comes with a sponge tip applicator that just dropped on the floor. But this is what it looks like right there. All of the shades in here are shimmery. They perform nice. The look came out pretty on the eye, but again, these are going to be, this one at least, because I wore 2 of them, I believe. This was a lot more of a soft purple look for sure. And that is what the shades in that one look like. All shimmery. Actually, I take that back. That is the only one out of the 6 that I have worn so far, and it was a quite soft, slightly sheer violet look. I like them better than their original eyeshadows though. So this next one is in the shade 720 Blooming Blushes, and I gotta get it open. I thought these were all open. Ooh, stuffed my thumb in it, but that is what Blooming Blushes looks like. This one here has got one really shimmery shade. They all have a little bit of sparkle in them, but some of them come off more like satin matte, perhaps. I'm gonna get a better finger swatch of them down here, but that's what they look like right there. So again, really a soft formula, and like this one here went on the eyes like really soft, sheer violet eye. So I don't know. This next one looks absolutely gorgeous in the pan. It is 705 Go for the Golds. It looks really gorgeous. If I hold it down here, I can get some better finger swatches. So because of the way that they're positioned, they're kind of small, but that is what that one looks like. Hopefully at least, oh, that one swatches much nicer than the other ones. Ooh. That one is, yeah, that one is 705 Go for the Golds. That's a pretty one. Swatch is nicer than the other ones at least. And then this one here is called 700 Notice Me Nudes. 2 quite shimmery ones, and then the kind of those satiny looking colors, I guess. That's what that one looks like. Right there. That one swatch is kind of nice as well. And then this one here, which this color here is just so beautiful. This is 725 Breathtaking Blues. That color is so pretty. That turquoise color. I really need to play with these more. Hopefully these swatches are helping you guys, because I definitely need to play with them more to, you know, form an opinion on performance, but that's that one. And then this is the 6th one in the line. This is 715 Stunning Smokies. That is Stunning Smokies. That one swatch is really nice as well. So hopefully those ones will come off a little bit more with some oomph than the Vava Violets, I think that one was called. Because that was, I mean, it was pretty. I thought the look was pretty, but it was definitely a really soft violet look out of it. So definitely got to play with those more. But I'm going to go ahead and cut the haul off here. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. I will be filming that eye brush video soon. I have to film a high-end haul soon too. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed that. Thank you for watching. Do not forget to wear sunscreen, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.